Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Orange County Funding Court meeting for January 21st, 2026. The time is 5:13, and I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Bill.
Jeffrey Christ.
Here.
Dean Tamburri.
Here.
Lee Benton.
Here.
Linda Muller.
Here.
Mark Green.
Here.
Giovanni Palladino.
Here.
Dr. Vincent Oda.
Here.
We have seven members present. For staff, myself, Bill Fioravanti, Kelly Riley, Marty Barras, Matt Digley on audio visual. We have our general counsel, Lino Sharetta, Rudy Zoda here, and our state monitor, Brian Sandage. We also have as guests representing the Two Girls, One Boy project, the Cornwall Arms Hotel. We have Keith Perez and Bart Lansky with us.
Thank you. I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year and welcome a new board member, Lee Benton.
Thank you, sir.
Look forward to working with you, Lee. Hopefully you've had a chance to meet everybody at this point.
Pretty much.
And I'd also like to thank Dean Tamburri for chairing the funding court meeting last month in my absence. The meeting was properly noticed for tonight with the funding court, and I'd ask for a review of the minutes, any corrections, additions. I was absent, but I did notice, oh, this one is okay, Marty. It was, the IDA meeting needed a vice chair added to it. Anything else on the funding court minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as
Motion
presented.
to approve by Linda Muller, second by Mark Green. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thank you. Motion carried. I'd like to turn the reorganizational meeting over to Dean Tamburri for the resolution concerning chairman.
Thank you, Jeff. At this time, we're going to look to appoint the chairman for 2026. So if I can get I would like to make a motion for Jeff Christ.
Second.
Second by Lee. Any other questions, comments regarding the motion? Second. If not, then I'll ask for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Does it have to be?
I apologize.
We need a
Roll
Yeah,
call.
let's do the roll call right.
Okay, let's do roll call. I apologize. Roll call.
Has that in front of- Do you have that in front of you?
Yeah,
The roll call.
Jeff, Chris,
Abstain.
myself, yes. Lee,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Giovanni.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dr. Oda?
Dr. Oda.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you, Dean.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody,
Good
for
job. I
your
appreciate it.
confidence.
sir.
Congratulations.
I do enjoy working with everybody. I'll figure out Lee here sooner than later, I'm sure. Next item on the agenda is for the officers other than chairman, which would be for vice chair and for secretary. I would suggest Dean Tamburri for vice chair and for secretary, Lee Benton. Any other nominations? Not hearing any, I think we can vote for these together. I would go down the list for myself, Jeffrey Christ, I vote in favor.
Did you make a motion for that? or-
Oh, did I miss the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, thank you, I'm sorry. Second to that motion? Mark, thank you. We have a motion and now we'll have the vote. I vote in favor, Dean Tamburri,
Favor?
Lee Benton,
Yes.
Mark Green,
Yes.
Linda Muller,
Yes.
Giovanni Palladino,
Yes.
and Vincent Oda.
Yes.
Everybody in favor, that carries. Congratulations to Dean and Lee. And the appointment of the Chief Executive Officer for OCFC. Would anyone like to make a motion there?
I'll make the motion.
For who?
For Bill.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Unless, I could have somebody else if you'd like.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Thank you. Giovanni, is this still roll call?
Yes.
I'm in favor. Dean Tambury,
Yes.
Lee Benton,
Yes.
Mark Green,
Yes.
Linda Muller,
Yes.
Giovanni Palladino,
Yes.
Vincent Odock.
Yes.
Everybody in favor. We're making progress. The OCFC External Chief Financial Officer. What are we doing here, Bill?
We are appointing our BT
Oh, that's right.
CPAs.
Yep, that's on our agenda. Is everybody okay with that? I would need a motion, I guess.
So move.
Thank you, Lee. Second by Mark. And roll call, I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
And Doc?
Yes.
Oda. Thank you. Appointing the OCFC Freedom of Information Law officials for 2026. And I would suggest someone make a motion for Kelly Riley.
I'll make that motion.
By Linda,
I'll
second by
second.
Dean. And the roll call there, I'm in favor. Dean,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Giovanni,
Yes.
and Doc Oda.
Yes.
Excellent. Approving for OCFC depositories for 2026. That would be Bill Fioravanti, is that, no, right?
I'm the FOIL's appeals officer.
Okay, Kelly Riley. If anyone would care to make
No,
that,
I'm
No, we
sorry, it's
already
me.
did
We
that.
did Kelly. I'm the appeals officer for FOIL.
okay,
This versus Kelly's the FOIL.
yeah, okay. What's this about? My next page was, depositories.
It was together on the same
Yeah, I was
resolution.
afraid of that. Yeah, they were both the FOIL's officer, the FOIL officer, and then the FOIL appeals officer on the same resolution.
Oh.
Sorry, I wasn't keeping up with that.
So I missed that. So we need to finish that for you?
How do we handle that,
Do we
right?
need to amend just the motion?
You can just rephrase the motion, as long as the votes aren't changing.
Right. So just, would amend the motion
To
to
include them both.
include both the records officer and the appeals officer.
And I would take that motion, have a second.
Second.
Okay, just do the roll call again. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any objection?
No.
Discussion? Good.
Thank you. Now we're down to depositories for 2026,
Page 11.
and that's setting the limits, which are listed on the page. And do we need a motion on that set of limits?
Sure.
Would anyone care to make that motion?
So move.
Thank you, Lee, second?
Second.
Dean, thank you. Doing the roll call, I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
And Doc Oda.
Yes.
I think we're almost done. Official newspaper for 2026. I'd ask for a motion that that be the Times Herald Record, designated the OCFC's official newspaper for 2026. Would anyone care to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Dean. Second,
Sure.
Mark? All in favor, roll call, I am. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Doc Oda.
Yes.
Thank you. And the per diem rates, CEO to set per diem rates using USGSA guidelines.
Yes, per the U.S. General Services Administration, the 2026 per diem rates for our zip code are, first of all, for meals, and Marty, I'll give you a copy of this afterward. Meals and incidental expenses, a total of $80, breakfast $20, lunch $22, dinner $33, and $5 for incidental expenses. And the first and last day of travel, $60. So that's for that, and then there's per diem rates for daily lodging. For 2026, again, in our area, it's $123 per night for per diem lodging rates per USGSA.
We need those approved, right?
Yes.
Anybody care to make a motion to approve those per diem rates?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Giovanni. Second by Mark. And that's a roll call again?
Yep.
I guess I don't really mean by list. I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yep.
Dakota?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the OCFC chairman appointments. I appoint Lee Benton on audit committee with Mark Green and Dean Timbury, Lee being the chair.
Sorry, so make sure we cover
Yeah,
that.
I was just figuring that out. Finance committee, Mark Green to be chairman, and myself, Linda Muller, Dean Timbury serving on that committee. Governance, Linda Muller, chairwoman, myself, Doc Odock, Giovanni, and Dean. Do those all sound okay? Hearing no objection. Moving on to new business. The, let's see, financials. Mark, would you cover those, please, quick?
Yes, very, very quickly, there's really not a whole lot to discuss. We don't have any CDs coming due. Just real quick though, we did get a $6,000 hit for the, that is for the 2025 audit. It all accumulated. Also, real quick, if you have a question about why the management fee expense was higher this month, it's because it's actually 3 months. We were waiting for a CD to come due before we paid that back, so that's why that is slightly higher. And then the final note I'd make is we still have people that are contributing to the resiliency loan fund. We are now at 98.2% paid back. And again, thank you to everyone that is doing their best to pay back those loans we provided to them.
Thank you, Mark, and the committee did recommend the funding court board approve those financials as well as payables. Any highlights on the payables? Mark?
They really were very little. Hold on, let me just check my notes. As far as the payables, it was really just the insurance. I would say the one that jumps out is the insurance liability is $5,200. And then the others were really what I already mentioned, the monthly allocation for administration over to the IDA.
Okay, I would ask for a motion to accept both the financials and the payables that Mark just reviewed.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Linda, second to that motion.
Second.
Dean, thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Revised policies, Bill, please.
Yes, so not looking for you to take action today, but the governance committee, who will be reconvening until April again, they did review the final 4 of 11 policies, IDA and OCFC policies that they've reviewed over the last year. We made amendments to. Really, the only more recent changes on these last 4, which are, by the way, disposition of property policy, procurement policy, defense and indemnification policy, and the investment policy. We've added, this is something that the chairwoman of the governance committee, Linda Muller, recommended from her experience as CEO of Cornerstone Family Healthcare, adding essentially a cover page, which shows that when it was approved, what versions it supersedes, and then it includes a statement of purpose, significant principles, a procedure, and evaluation of that policy. So all of these 4 policies have had that added, and I ask you over the next month to review this, and when we come back in February as a full board, I'll ask you to approve these, to adopt these policies. Any questions, you please let me know.
Bylaws.
Bylaws, our monitor recommended adding an ethics officer, which we did. If you look at the OCFC bylaws that were handed out on page 11, we've made a couple changes. We did add the ethics officer where is that page? Sorry, to page 12, that's added there. And on page 11, just before that, we've added a couple other things. We added back in the CFO and COO position that I have the discretion to appoint. But we did, what came out of governance was a suggestion to add this verbiage to both those COO and CFO sections. In the event that the current budget does not provide for a COO, then the appointment requires prior approval by the board of directors. And we have the same thing for CFO, but it states CFO, of course.
It's page 12 of the bylaws, page 28 of our packet for
Good
tonight's
point.
meeting.
Thank you. I was looking at the, you're right, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for that.
Any questions
That's it.
on those
Pretty
for
basic.
Bill? And those, the finance committee recommended to the board, governance, I mean, to approve.
Just one
Thank you.
more thing,
Linda?
on the cover page of the bylaws, there's an adopted date, which is May 19th, 2010, amended and restated, which is December 10th, 2020, was crossed out. I've asked that that be put back in, and then we just keep a running timeline every year, that the board reviews them so that we know that we've done our job.
And the committee concurred with that as well as council. Makes sense. Would anyone care to make a motion on the bylaw approvals as amended?
I'll make the motion.
Giovanni, thank you. Second? Dean?
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. And looking at the COVID resiliency loan, legal action consideration, Bill.
Yes, so, as Mark mentioned, we, gave out, I think it was 49 loans, around $10,000 during COVID to help small businesses survive and get by and pay bills and such. A number of them, like 80% of them, paid them back in full on their own. Then I spent a couple years trying with some collections efforts to not much avail. We went to the community, the Collections Bureau of the Hudson Valley a couple of years ago for their assistance with this, and they've helped us collect on the remaining loans that are out there. There is, you have this sheet, please let me know if you don't have this. But it is a summary, at the very bottom it shows that total loans of $476,500 that were given out, were payments to date $467,759, that's 98.17% of what was lent. And then you see the second to last column, do you have that, Hector? I'll give you this one, I'm done here. Second to last column shows what CBHV has recovered, and in one case they secured a judgment, but we don't know exactly the amount and what it will take to get that, so I'm waiting for an update on that. But they are considering, or ready to take legal action with a couple other accounts, and I'm just looking for your authorization for them to do that. By the way, we don't pay anything out of pocket for their activities, but they keep 25% of anything they recover that does not require legal action. And if it does require legal action, they keep 33.33% of those proceeds. So it's worked out very well for us. Again, we've gotten close to $9,000 that we would not have gotten otherwise. Frankly, money that we wrote off as bad debt and now is recovered bad debt, so that's how we're accounting for that. And just again, looking for your okay for CBHV to engage Jackson attorneys for the legal action required for this collections.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Linda, second? Dean? Good. Oh, I'll give this one to Doc.
That's fine.
And I would state the governance committee recommended approval. Any other questions for Bill or Linda related to this? Not hearing any, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Is there any other business that needs to come before funding court?
No, sir.
I would entertain a motion to adjourn
So moved.
by Lee, second. Dean? Thank you. Most, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Orange County Industrial Development Agency Board Meeting for January 21st, 2026. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call. Please vote.
Jeffrey Christ.
Here.
Dean Tamburri.
Here.
Lee Benton.
Here.
Linda Muller.
Here.
Mark Green.
Here.
Giovanni Palladino.
Yes.
Dr. Vincent O'Donnell. 7 of 7 members present. For staff, Bill Fioravanti, Kelly Riley, Marty Barras, Matt Digley on audiovisual. We have our general counsel, Lino Sharetta and Rudy Zoda here, and our state monitor, Brian Sandage. I think that's everyone.
Very good. This meeting was properly.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. We have 2 guests on this,
Oh, okay,
with
yeah.
us remotely. Bart Lansky, attorney for 2 Girls, 1 Boy LLC, and Keith Perez, principal there. Thanks for joining us, gentlemen.
This meeting was properly noticed as is evidenced on page 3 of the meeting packet. I'd first like to ask for consideration of the minutes from the December 17th board meeting. I was not here, but I did notice right on item 1, it should be the vice chair called the meeting to order at 5:11 p.m. Any other additions, corrections to that set of minutes?
I think we need to make a motion and then make the corrections inside the motion.
Oh, okay,
So I'll make a motion to
Yeah.
accept the minutes.
okay, thank you.
I will second it.
Seconded by Mark, and I would just note, vice chairman should be indicated in item 1.
There you go.
Any other additions, corrections? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. And if we could move down to the item resolution for 2 girls, 1 boy, increase of the sales tax exemption. Bill and council.
Yes, so,
Before you go on, I think Lee wants
Yeah.
to say something.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Chairman, due to a relationship with the business that I'm employed by
Oh.
with
Oh.
Mr. Perez, I need to recuse myself.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Lee.
You're welcome.
We'll call you when it's done.
Yes, of course.
Don't listen to them, they don't call you. They let you sit out
There's a
there.
guy still out there, been there since December, so.
Probably 3 months ago.
See if you can find him.
okay, so a few months ago, in 2025, you approved benefit sales tax exemption and mortgage recording tax exemption for the 2 Girls, 1 Boy LLC project. It's a boutique hotel planned for Main Street in the town of Cornwall. It's a terrific project. We were part of a groundbreaking ceremony they had for it. They're still getting things together, and they're still actually finishing off their capital stack. And what's included in that now is a NYSERDA grant for energy efficiency. It's gonna result in them, require them to spend more on building materials and such. They're gonna, a further build out as a result of this. And they're coming back to us for additional sales tax exemption. The additional sales tax exemption is $99,125, but it is for project costs that increased from $12,281,000 to $14,255,000. And looking for sales tax exemption total of $564,606 of total expenditures, and from that up to $6,949,000 in expenditures. And the sales tax exemption, just to be clear, is with new sales tax amount would be $465,481.
That's the old sales tax
That's old.
number. The new one is $564,606.
There it is, thank you. I lost on that, thank you. So going up from 465 and change to 564, again, a difference of $99,125. Can I just ask, gentlemen, if you could just tell us a little bit more about the NYSERDA grant, what that work entails, and anything else you can just share briefly on that?
Yeah, of course. And thank you for having us, and we appreciate the consideration. The 2 items which were not completed when we got our last approval was NYSERDA, which we got a grant of $1.8 million approximately, and that is to build a net zero passive house hotel, the first in New York State. Net zero meaning our energy is not coming from hydrocarbons and is coming from renewable sources. And of course, passive house is a certification program that we go through, all the components and make sure they meet the highest standards. To do that, of course, we have added insulation, we have used renewable materials, we have contracted to buy higher quality heat pump units. We've made sure the hotel now has no hydrocarbons in it, so everything's electric, including the cooking. And the cost differential, of course, is on the equipment to be purchased is what we're asking for the additional sales tax on.
And one other question, if you don't mind. And Bart, what can you tell us about how this affects your timeline, and just, while we have you, can you give us an update on the timeline for, really breaking ground and proceeding?
We are, if we can get some nice weather, we're ready to knock the building down. And the NYSERDA we had been waiting for, the other piece we were waiting for was a brownfield approval. And we just got a verbal approval from the state last week, and we are expecting the signed contract from them in the next couple of days. That may slow our progress down a little bit. There is a public hearing period and a few other regulatory requirements which deal with that. So we are still anticipating a spring foundations and what have you, but we are hoping that the brownfield program moves quickly. We had expected to have that resolved in the summer, but it took longer than we expected.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone else has questions.
Other questions? And I might point out the board page number for the packet is 19, where the amended authorizing resolution begins. That would have been in the documents emailed by Marty last week. And I believe, Lino, unless you correct me, we're ready to consider a motion in a second, and I presume a roll call vote.
That's correct.
Anybody care to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
By Giovanni, thank you for the amended resolution, authorizing resolution for the Cornwall Hotel LLC project. And a second to that motion? Mark, thank you. Any other discussion before I ask for the roll call vote? Since I'm listed first, I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee abstains, would that be the right way, or he's?
Yeah, recused.
Recused, okay. Mark Green?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Doc Oda?
Yes.
The motion is carried and the resolution is adopted.
Correct.
Anything else we need to do there?
That's it, sure.
Congratulations, gentlemen, good luck with the project.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you very
great
much.
evening.
Thank you, Mark.
Sounds,
Thank you, Keith.
sounds exciting.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Take care.
So let's move back to,
Immediately.
yeah, good idea. Lee, who?
It's not paranoid if it's true.
A motion to adjourn the meeting. That's just for you, Lee. Someone reminded me to go get you.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
We found the skeleton in the other closet.
Beginning the reorganizational meeting, Dean, I'd like to turn the part over to you for the moment, for the chairman consideration.
Thank you. So we're going to reappoint a chairman tonight. This is for the chairman for the 2026 year. And if there's any discussion on that, I'll take it now. If not, I'll make the recommendation to make a motion for Jeffrey Chris to be the chairman for 2026. For a second.
Second.
Thank you, Lee. And I'll take a roll call. Jeffrey Chris.
Abstain.
Myself, yes. Lee.
Yes.
Linda.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes.
Giovanni.
Yes.
And Vincent Oda.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Appreciate everybody's confidence in me and look forward to working with you all in the 2026 year. Moving on, resolution electing officers other than chairman for 2026. The IDA bylaws call for the election of a chairman and the election of other officers at that time. The chairman has already been elected and recorded. The chairman has proposed a slate of officers below. For vice chairman, Dean Tambury, secretary, Lee Benton. Would anyone care to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Linda, second by Mark, thank you. A roll call vote, I'm in favor. Dean,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Giovanni,
Yes.
Vincent,
Yes.
Oda.
Yes.
Motion carried, congratulations, Dean and Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. The appointment of the Chief Executive Officer of the IDA for 2026, the resolution dated December 12th, 2019, this position of CEO for the agency was established, and the IDA wishes to appoint a CEO for the year 2026. Be it resolved by motion that the IDA hereby appoints William Fioravanti to the position of Chief Executive Officer for 2026. Would anyone care to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
By Giovanni, second by Dean. Roll call vote, I'm in favor. Dean,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Giovanni,
Yes.
Vincent.
Yes.
Oda. Thank you. And let's see, the external chief financial officer by resolution, get the right page here. The Public Authorities Accountability Act requires that the IDA appoint a external chief financial officer. Be it resolved that RBT CPAs LLPs be designated as the IDA's external chief financial officer for 2026. I would entertain a motion to carry that out.
So moved.
By Lee, thank you. Second to that motion? Don't fall asleep, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Second.
And I'll just add, sir, that there's a copy of their engagement letter is
Good point.
right in front of their resolution as well, so you see in their rates and such.
Thank you.
I'm in favor. Dean,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Giovanni,
Yes.
Vince. Oda.
Yes.
Okay, we're on a roll here. The appointment of an IDA Freedom of Information Law officials for 2026. The New York State Open Meetings Law requires that the IDA appoint a FOIL officer and a FOIL appeals officer. So therefore, be it resolved that Kelly Riley is appointed FOIL officer and William Fioravanti is appointed FOIL appeals officer for 2026. Would anyone care to make a motion to carry that out?
Make a
Doug
motion.
Wodak, thank you. Motion, second. Dean? And the roll call vote, I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Vince Oda?
Yes.
Can I
Thank
ask
you.
one other question, and it's just occurring to me now, but what about an ethics officer? We had assigned that when we created it, do we need to reappoint that position, do you think, now? We just did it, but,
I believe in the bylaws it says that the ethics officer is the chairman,
and then.
and
backup
the
is-
successor is the chairman of the governance committee.
So that is,
So
we don't
it's-
need to.
Sorry, you don't have to do that. It's right
Okay,
there.
I think you're right about that.
Gotta be clear, yeah, that's what it says.
Good memory. The resolution for approving IDA depositories for 2026. The New York State General Municipal Law, Section 10, requires the Orange County IDA to designate one or more banks to secure deposits of IDA funds and investments. The IDA's chief financial officer has requested that the IDA so designate its depositories. Therefore, be it resolved that pursuant to the Orange County IDA bylaws and policies, the IDA hereby appoints the following depositories located in Orange County. Do I need to read those, Rudy?
No, they're in the
Okay,
resolution.
they're listed here on page 14. Would anyone care to make a motion to adopt those depositories?
So moved.
By Lee, second? Dean, thank you. Good, you're sitting close to me. Roll call vote, I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Doc Oda?
Yes.
That one is carried. Resolution designating official newspaper for 2026. The IDA requires an official newspaper for the purposes of publishing legal notices during the year 2026. Now therefore be it resolved that the Times Herald Record be designated the IDA's official newspaper for 2026. Would anyone care to make a motion to adopt that?
Just a second. What's our relationship with the newspaper? Is it?
We just have to establish one so that whenever we put a public hearing notice or something like that, that it goes in that paper, people know to look at that paper for IDA notices.
Okay.
So that has been kind of the de facto paper locally here for Orange County, so that's why we've used it.
It's the only one left
Yeah. Barely.
that qualifies.
Okay. And we've been using them right along, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would anyone care to make that motion to carry out this official newspaper resolution? By Mark, thank you. Second? Dean?
Yes.
I'll get you next time, Linda.
No worries.
I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Doc Oda?
Yes.
Responses are getting a little slow. Let's see. Per diem rates. You'll cover that, Bill?
Yep.
We need to read those?
Yeah, so we established, as part of our policy on reimbursement and such, that the CEO would establish the per diem rates each year during this reorganization meeting. The rates come from the United States General Services Administration. There's two categories. The first is meals and incidental expenses, M&IE. A total of $80 for breakfast, $20, lunch, $22, dinner, $33, incidental expenses of $5, and the first of last day of travel, $60. Also, there are 2026 per diem rates for our area for daily lodging rates, and for every month through the year, it's $123 set by USGSA.
Was there another one?
No.
Okay. Would anyone care to make a motion to adopt those per diem rates? Mark, thank you. Second? You good, Giovanni? Second?
Yeah.
And the roll call vote on them. I'm in favor. Dean?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
And Doc Oda?
Yes.
Thank you. I think we're done with those. Chairman appointments for committees, Audit Committee, Lee Benton, Chairman, Mark Green, and Dean Tambury. Finance Committee, Mark Green, Chairman, myself to serve on it, Linda Muller and Dean Tambury. Governance Committee, Linda Muller, Chairwoman, myself, Vince Odock, Giovanni Palladino, and Dean Tambury. Moving on to committee reports. Governance Committee, Linda,
Okay. It's me already? Okay.
I'm trying to get to you.
All right, well, I'm gonna make it quick. Are we gonna talk about the pilot termination? No.
We are. Well, it's later in the agenda. You can allude to it now.
It's later in the agenda. So what am I talking about? Hold on.
Couple policies.
So the policies, we have 4 policies that we have that are being, they were circulated, there were some changes that were done, a recommendation to, the policy itself has not changed, it's just the presentation of the policy with a cover page, what the purpose is, what the statement is, what the policy is, who's responsible for the policy, and how we will evaluate the policy on a yearly basis. So those are 4 policies that we're not voting on that tonight, are we?
Correct. You have the month to review it on February 18th, the last day of adoption of it.
Got it, all right, and then the bylaws for the IDA, again, we've done some changes, which are highlighted in blue throughout the document. The only one recommendation the governance committee made is on the front page. There should be a running list from the time that the bylaws were first adopted, and then their reviews yearly afterwards that will keep track that we've done our due diligence and ensure that those policies have been reviewed and changed where appropriate, and that too will be voted in February.
I might suggest we consider that bylaw change now and take a vote, being it's teed up.
Fine, right?
Oh, we can do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
I yield.
thank you. Anything else to add on that bylaw change?
Just the only other thing is, that it came out of governance, a suggestion that we add if, a position, it doesn't already exist, and if it's not budgeted, that we go to I go to the, board for full approval of that. So that was suggested out of governance, we added that to the bylaws, which the IDA bylaws were approved recently, but we added that last, bit that came out of governance. That's really it.
Would anyone care to make that motion to adopt the bylaw changes for the IDA? By Mark, thank you. Second to that motion, Dean, thank you. Any other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Anything else for Linda on Governance Committee?
No, sir?
Moving on to Finance, Mark Green, please.
Just a few things, we did have a CD come due, so that was $51,000 in earnings. We did have a large management fee, again, because FC was waiting for their CD to come due, so that came in. Another thing that just stands out is $20,000 for the 2025 audit accrued, so that's there. You know, our legal expenses are certainly higher than last month. And then the other thing that came up in the meeting was my concern over some of the billing we've been receiving from Anshin, and that I'm going to be forwarding questions to Bill to send to them. And I would like to have some clearer insight into some of the expenses we have been or will be charged for. So we will not be paying bills until we receive those answers. And I urge anyone else, if you have questions, to forward those to Bill as well. I will briefly talk about our vendor expenses. The only one that really jumps out is our year-end liability for the IDA, which is just under $8,000. And finally, we have no CDs that are coming due. The next CD comes due on March 23rd, and we can discuss it at that point. Any questions about what I just talked about?
Any questions for Mark? I might suggest we just roll into the financials and payables as far as motions. I think we're ready for that, Mark, unless there's a question.
Yeah, I mean, I think I discussed everything, so.
And we can consider them together. Would anyone care to make a motion on the financials and payables?
So moved.
accept? By Lee, second. Dean, thank you. You're a good second man. Other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried on the financials, and the authorization for staff to pay recurring bills and insurance invoices. That was in finance, I believe.
Yep, that's something that we've done every year, just allow us so that we can pay our bills on a timely basis before the finance committee blesses them all. But of course, they see everything after the fact. If there's any issues, they raise them. Last year, the amount was $9,000. Just with increased rent and some other expenses, utilities and such, we thought that it would be safer to do $11,000. So we're looking for that, for you to authorize us as staff to be able to pay bills up to $11,000 each month.
And the committee did recommend this to the board for adoption, so.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Linda, second to that motion. Dean, thank you. Any other questions there? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried, thank you. Moving back up to chairman's report, I'll keep it very brief. Everybody should have received from the Orange County Board of Ethics an annual financial disclosure form. I think I got mine in the last maybe shortly after the first of the year. And that needs to be mailed directly back to Orange County. There was an envelope in the packet. Did you get one of these?
I don't think I got one yet, 'cause
Yeah.
I wasn't on it for the previous
Yeah.
calendar year, so.
Oh, but you still will need to do one, I would think.
Yeah, but you filled it out for your prior, right?
For the legislature.
Right, so that would have been through, I guess, May, right, of this year? Usually it's like
May of last year,
15th.
there's probably a new one coming out from them that I would have to file
Right, okay.
I'm sure they'll catch up
for
to
this year.
this.
Yeah, they'll catch it.
And Kelly's been passing around, I think, the last 2 months, the annual documents we all need to sign. And last thing for me, and I might ask Bill and staff to remind us when there's some trainings coming up. I think there was several in January, maybe.
We should have
They're
compared
passed.
notes, because you're doing my whole
Oh,
report.
oh dear.
So, that's everything. Yes, I do have, the latest ABO trainings. Lee, I don't know if you got to sign up for one, but I do recommend you do as you come on. The Authority's Budget Office provides online training sessions for, board members, for new board members, and then they recommend every couple of years that you take a refresher. So they have sessions usually in the morning, which Lee, we can contact them if that's a problem, see if they can do something else. Wednesday, January 28th at 9:30 a.m., Wednesday, February 11th at 9:30 a.m., and Friday, February 20th at 9:30 a.m. So please, a number of you have done it recently, but, and you send me, when you have a certificate of completion, you send me that too. But we can help you register, so if there's if one of these times works for you, if you need me to send them to you, I happily will, and we'll get you registered.
Maybe send those out, if you
Yeah.
would, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill, is there any way to, I mean, with all due respect to the wonderful state of New York, I mean, is there any way you can tell us, like, I mean, I just did one 3 months ago.
Yeah, you're fine.
But,
You're
you know,
absolutely.
how fine am I for how, you know what I mean, like?
You are, it's for at least a couple of years, actually,
Oh,
I don't think it's
okay.
specific, but, we've been trying to do it every 2 years, make sure someone has a refresher.
Okay.
So it's
Thank you.
time for a few of you, that's why I'm gonna keep raising it until I know I've got everybody. Go ahead, Jeff, still you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
if it's possible, Bill, if there is a training schedule that's out there, especially for those of us that are retired, it's a possibility for us to participate other than the trainings from the state, could they be circulated?
Definitely, definitely. The best opportunities are at some of the conferences we go to for New York State EDC and such, so I'll continue to share those with you. The chairman and I are going to a conference, I think it's February 11th and 12th in Albany, right? Council will be there as well. The annual Economic Development Seminar for New York State EDC. So, but I'll share
Yeah,
those
because if
opportunities
there's
with you.
opportunities for us to travel with the chair
Mhm.
and
Great.
with you, that would be wonderful.
We'd love that, absolutely, terrific.
and I would say, Bill, we've found most of those conferences to be quite valuable and give you a vision into the future, gives you an opportunity to talk with other IDAs and state officials, so.
Yes. Now, you did mention training requirement for sexual harassment.
Yes.
A while ago, so is that under the bond?
It is something, what we started doing last year was sending it through our HR services company, Ethan Allen at the time, online training opportunities for sexual harassment. Staff all takes it, and then they can be made available to the board through our HR services provider. So let me contact them again for them to send you that information to the full board.
I think that has to be done annually for the new year.
Correct.
So if you did it in 2025, does that cover 26?
We do, it's usually recurring every year, so.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the time.
Yeah, sexual harassment, am I right?
Yes.
It's a yearly.
Yes, okay.
Is
Good
the
thought,
board
that-
required to do that too?
Yes,
Yep.
What if we do it with our employer, does that?
that, I believe that's covered, we checked that, yeah,
That is
that's good too.
That would qualify.
Yeah.
And the county puts it on.
Same.
too.
Yes.
Correct, that would also qualify.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
probably a
madam.
good idea for the governance committee is to have a listing of
Yeah.
all the required trainings that need to be done by all board
Yeah,
members.
good point.
And then the governance committee should have a list of all those board members who have not been compliant,
Mhm.
just in case.
I agree. Get some continuity there. That completes my report. Did I complete yours,
It
Bill?
completes my report as well. So, yeah, I just, annual disclosures to the ethics board. I did wanna point out, because after these came out, at some point during the year, Anshin actually, foiled, asking the ethics board to provide those. And I know some people were uncomfortable with that, or just, alarmed, why is this happening? And I did speak with Brian about it, and he was clear that that's what he was instructed to do, because of course he has to look, make sure we're complying with our policies, and conflict of interest, et cetera. In order to be able to verify that, he needed those records, and the county told him to FOIL those. So I just want you to know that's why, that's the kind of normal course of business with that. ABO trainings, I mentioned that, and then anyone that didn't complete their blue folder, as Jeff said, is there anyone off the top of your head, Kelly, that provided all the signed documents to you? Love to give stickers out.
Except for Jeff.
Oh, I didn't wanna do it that way, but I was gonna give kudos.
I'm guilty.
Okay.
And we can do that for the governance committee, because we're gonna start putting a little check, hash marks to it.
Here we go, okay.
I just got
Very
mine
good.
an hour ago.
That's it for my report then.
Thank you, Bill. Any other questions for Bill? I think we're jumping down to revised policies, Bill, under new business.
Yes,
Unless I'm missing something.
again, not taking any action tonight, just like we discussed in OCFC. 4 out of 11 policies were reviewed over the past year are up for your final review. We added, as Linda explained, at kind of the cover page with all those additional pieces. We're gonna ask you to adopt those revised policies when we reconvene in February on the 18th. That's simple. You have them with you, let me know if you don't, make sure you have them.
And Bill, once all those policies have been reapproved
Yes.
in the new format, we're gonna put them in some sort of little binder and send
Yes.
them out to all board members so that they can review them, be up to date on the policies.
For sure,
Make
yes.
life a lot easier when you have to renew them.
Right, Lee does not have a handy dandy binder, but I'll get him one for sure, so,
Well, the heavy duty binder had to be changed.
yes, right.
Okay, because you have
Re-engineered.
my old one.
Questions there? Cleaning services.
Okay, cleaning service, as I explained over the last couple of months, we put out an RFP for a new cleaning service. I got 7 responses. We opened them, kind of a public unsealing of the bids. I had one of the cleaning companies present for me, so I did have someone here with me for that. And we got quotes anywhere from $600 a month up into $2,100 a month. And I'm looking to select this company, TJE Cleaning. They happen to be the least expensive, but they came with some good references. I called them, very positive responses. So I probably wanna make a transition over the next couple of months, but I'm looking for your approval to engage TJE Cleaning to clean the headquarters, up to 4 times a week here.
Anyone?
And the 600 is 600 a month?
It is,
For 4 times a week, 4 weeks, 4 weeks a month?
yes. 4+ weeks a month, right. 52 weeks a year.
Sounds like a lot.
No, sounds
No.
pretty
Yeah.
cheap.
No.
Well, I mean, a lot of cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
sounds
the money.
pretty cheap.
Anyone care to make that motion?
Make a motion.
Right, Doc? Oh, Doc, thank you. Second? Mark?
Quick question.
Yes.
Even though we already voted.
No, we
What
didn't
is-
vote.
Oh, okay. So what about, what if we find that the person is not cleaning acceptably? We're able to change it anytime?
Yeah, you can change it
Just
to an
notice?
service contract.
Okay.
And I probably would not go out to RFP again if it happens in the next several months, because we do have these, there's no requirement to go to RFP, it was just, we wanted to check our prices and see, and we do see that there was.
As long as it's sufficient.
Mhm.
Good with me.
I'll keep you posted on that.
Call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried on the cleaning services.
Jeff, who seconded that?
Mark,
Second.
Oh,
thank you. And let's see, the Crystal Run Health Realty 3,
Yes.
early pilot termination.
Does everyone have a copy of this with them? Government folks, if you don't, let me know. In our work with Anshin, it was, they did an analysis on comparing current job numbers from our projects per the 2024 Paris report to what was committed to in their applications. We also tracked what was entered into Paris. Sometimes those numbers didn't match. We did do a lot of research, spoke to all these companies that were in question. We did find some misreporting, some things, occasionally some things miskeyed. We filled this in. What you're looking at now is, you see there's a legend at the bottom. If the numbers are green, this is their results over the last 10 years, going back to 2014. The numbers are green, they met or exceeded their goal in that year. If it's in a bold black, and they were within 10% of the goal at that time. If it's in red, it's greater than 10% below. And in some cases, companies are re-reported, and we're still waiting for a couple of additional figures to come in. Those are in purple. So that's in there. There were, out of 39 active projects starting in 2025, we had 36 of the 39 at some point over their timeline came at least within 10%. I think it was like 32 or 33 of them met their goal, but 36 at least came within 10%. We had 3 that were more egregious than the others, 2 Crystal Run healthcare projects in Glen Arden. Glen Arden, we've already had discussions. They've missed pilot payments, missing their employment and retention targets. We've had discussion in governance about recapture. We've held off because there is a pending sale. We're trying not to interfere with that, but we keep checking in pretty much monthly on that. And then the 2 other ones that needed the most immediate attention are CRH Realty 3, that's Crystal Run, now Optum Health's location in Monroe, and then CRH Realty 8. CRH Realty 8 was Newburgh. That pilot expired in 25. But back to CRH Realty 3, first of all, on their original application, they had a commitment, a job creation commitment of 452. I will say that repeated times, the leadership for that company is telling us that that was an exorbitant number. It's far greater than any employees they have at their most busy location at the busiest time of year. Then Rudy, in pursuing potential early termination of their pilot agreement, Rudy found a 2015 document, an amended leaseback agreement that actually revised their commitment, job commitment total to 220. So I've added that in here. I do have another version of this that has every number locked in that was reported in Paris, but this is a little more fluid as we're getting additional information. So you see that the 220 was the goal at this Monroe location, CRH Realty 3. At the height there are 159. It's been going down progressively since 2020. The last reported in 24, 109. So even with that reduced goal of 220, you're seeing there's still over 100, at least currently, a deficit from their commitment. And again, their pilot, where 10-year pilot is due to expire at the end of this calendar year, and I'm bringing it before the board. We discussed it in governance with support to come before you to terminate that pilot early so that the project can go back on the tax rolls fully. Right now for 26, they would be receiving a 10% abatement. Obviously, they're at the end of their pilot. So we're looking to reverse that or terminate that, and it would go back in the tax rolls for the 2026-27 school year. So that's one action, and then we've discussed in governance, council is gonna do further research to find out what leeway we have based upon the closing documents for that project. Sometimes recapture is spelled out, sometimes it's not. It's a little more ambiguous. But they're gonna come back to governance, and we will discuss potentially other recapture efforts for that and some of the other projects as necessary. But this one was a little more urgent because they have the opportunity to terminate this by March and put it back on the tax rolls. We thought that was an immediate kind of quick fix we could make to help remedy the situation.
Questions for Bill?
And there's a resolution for you in your packet as well.
Can I ask a question on the
Sure.
whole job creation list? It would be interesting to see if there's a metric or a statistic statewide how other IDAs
Yeah.
have done and how many of them hit their 10% or within 10% goal and which ones haven't met, and just see how we compare to other. I know we get singled out a lot, but I would be curious to see if we're doing better than most other IDAs, or the last 10 years we did worse.
Okay?
That
There are
might
a
be a
number-
discussion at that conference or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I put that on my list. I usually have a list of things I'm asking. We're asking about bond activity, a couple other things on our list that I'm gonna ask my peers.
I don't know if that's in our board packet.
The resolution?
Yeah, do you see that?
No, it was
Okay.
not. You're absolutely right.
Okay.
And I was supposed to, I had a pile of these. Does governance have them? I thought I had them.
We have them.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Not a big board packet.
Mark hasn't seen it, basically, I think. Can I give you a copy? I think I handed you a little group, because you're the only guy that,
Do you have, is this keeping it a secret?
send it to me
Am I
now,
in the
please.
packet?
Send that down
Here.
there.
Bill, real quick, just back
Yeah.
to Giovanni's comment. You know, I don't know, you know, I don't know if there's a central, place that has all these numbers, but could we at least start locally? Idea, counties that are at least tangential to us, you know what I mean, to at least get, if you could maybe call up some of the other.
Which I do often,
The
yes.
5 or 6 that are at least within, from Albany to Bingham, you know what I mean? Because again, trying to go to every IDA in the state would be a pretty daunting task unless there were statistics somewhere, which I find, I'm guessing that there probably are.
Several are sophisticated enough agencies that they have a compliance officer. Marty Contemplate does double duty. She's our finance and compliance officer, so she has a lot of finance duties, but also compliance and taking on more responsibilities in that area. So she has some peers that we're talking about reaching out to anyway for best practices and training and such, and support. But I think those would be good ones to reach out to who may have those statistics on hand.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely will.
So, Mr. Chair, you're looking for a motion to approve?
Yes,
I'll make that motion.
to approve this resolution. Motion by Linda, what's that?
No, so you approve the resolution
Yeah.
terminating the pilot.
Yes.
Right.
Second.
Thank you. Second by Lee, any other discussion? And roll call vote, I believe?
You can, if you like, but you don't need to.
No, okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same? Motion carried.
Mr. Chair, going forward, I just want to mention that our council in their closing documents does have provisions to ensure that if somebody does not live up to the standards, whether it's, whatever it is, that we can do a clawback. And I would ask that on our agenda that we review these yearly on a quarterly basis to ensure that we keep track of what everybody's doing. So it's probably a little bit more paperwork, but I don't think we need to do it, we should do it once a year, but we need to do it more often than that.
Yep, agreed, absolutely agreed.
And Linda is correct that our documents, when we do IDA closings, they do have provisions for event of default with respect to pilot, sales tax, mortgage tax that provide those remedies in case the applicants do not comply with the provisions of our closing documents with respect to those tax statements.
So going forward, it'll be much easier to review them because what's happened prior is what happened prior.
Mr. Chairman,
Good point, Lee.
how often do they do a survey where everybody is reporting their numbers?
It's a great question. It's about to start right now. Go ahead, yeah, please, Marty.
They've already gone out. We meet,
Request.
Kelly and I meet with our professional Paris reporter in September. We start getting our list together, the projects that are required to report. Those emails go out in December. And they start responding in January, so we've already gotten responses.
Okay, and when is their deadline?
February 8th this year, or February 9th this year, I believe.
And their reporting period is, they get to choose the reporting period?
No, they report for the prior year. So
Calendar
right
year.
now they're reporting for
Entire
2020.
prior year, because
Yes.
in reading all of the documentation you gave me the first time I was here, it seemed like, when one particular hotel, I'm not gonna single it out by name, but it seemed like, their reporting period for the time was not the reporting period where they have their highest occupancy, and they actually would be able to report more jobs created if the timing for them was better.
They definitely
and-
raised that.
And it's much more seasonal, of course, but that's what I'm saying. Their reporting period should be seasonal for them, not maybe what we ask them to do, because if we're asking them to do a report that's off-season and lower employment, that's really not truly what their effectiveness is. So I think that's something, in just reading all the stuff you gave me in the blue folder, that maybe we need to consider for the future.
Linda?
So, Mr. Chair, knowing that the Paris report is required, being able to review these statistics on a quarterly basis, taking into account those changes within the climate and the atmosphere of how marketing works, I think we can keep a better eye on them
Good.
than waiting once a year.
Excellent.
But I don't think that, I mean, we're only getting one set of statistics, right, by February 8th. It's not like we're going out again in June or August, so reviewing this quarterly.
We can send them a notice out and ask them what the jobs are.
But we could still inquire
Yeah.
at other times throughout the year,
Okay.
absolutely, which we've
Alright.
talked about with Anchin
Yeah.
about other kind of
Instead
check-ins and
the
things.
state giving that report, we can go make a phone call.
So when they report, we're using a spreadsheet that Anshin revamped from our existing spreadsheet, so when I start plugging in the numbers, if they're in default or negative, then we'll know.
Yeah, but that's based on the Paris report, so if we didn't wanna make a decision at that moment in time and taking into consideration what Mr. Benton just
Oh,
said,
oh.
we can look at it throughout the year and then come to a conclusion.
I just wanna make sure that they're given credit for,
Sure.
for what they do.
If we don't wanna do it quarterly, we can do it, twice a year, whatever works.
But Marty, is this something that you, when we discussed one other time, where sometimes the, companies or businesses don't get back, and you're always like calling all the time, so you have to get this in, we have to do our reporting, I mean, is that the one?
Is timing affecting it? No, cause I'm really kind of a bulldog, so no, that's not.
And we added a fee, a late fee if you're past a certain date in February that we can charge you $2,500. So we threaten that,
Yep.
but, we usually don't have to. Marty does a great job collecting that, so.
Thank you, I remember discussing one other time, that sometimes they weren't getting back.
We did incorporate that in the letter that goes out, though, we
Thank you.
haven't exercised that yet.
Okay.
So Marty's in charge of collections too?
Yeah, I think so. With her good foot.
Three hats.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Good comments. And unless I'm missing something, we're down to staff reviews and compensation. I might just ask, is there anything else that should come before this board meeting before we consider executive session?
I know, did we vote on the, termination?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thanks for checking. Anything else? If not, I would suggest a, motion to enter into executive session to discuss staff reviews and compensation. Is that good?
That's fine. Just need a motion.
Making a motion.
Doc?
By Doc,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We're entering executive session at 6:20. Welcome back, everybody. I'd like to make
We gotta.
come out of executive session. Would anybody care to make that?
You would.
I'll make the motion.
By Giovanni,
Second.
second by Mark. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same?
We have, Lee had to excuse himself.
Okay, yes.
Sorry.
These, had to run.
Okay.
We're out of executive session, back in public meeting session. And we did take some action, we wanna take some action resulting from executive session, of a 3% pay increase for each of our staff members. And was there anything else to that? I don't think so.
Was it? That's across the
Would
board.
anyone-
Yeah, for the staff.
Yes.
For Bill, Marty, yeah, correct.
Yes.
Anyone
I'll
care to
that
make,
motion.
by Linda? Second? Mark, thank you. Other discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. And
I'm sorry, who made the motion? I'm so sorry. Linda?
I second.
Thank you, got it.
You might wanna note that Lee left.
He did.
I did, thank you, thank you.
thank you. I would suggest we take a motion to close tonight's meeting. By Doc, Doc, second to that motion. Thank you, Dean. Get the last one. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thank you, everybody.
Worse and
Have a good
worse.
night.
Dean, you'll always be a number
Get
two,
worse
buddy.
and worse.